Welcome back to the Mrs. IE427 channel, everybody. Today I wanted to take just a little time and kind of walk you through some of the shop updates. We've been trying to do, one of these each month, just to kind of keep you guys on top of what's going on here in the shop that, really doesn't pertain to the car stuff. It's more of a shop update than anything else, and so I figure we'll put those over on this channel. Now, I am going to ask you guys about this. I'm going to be doing a video kind of on a refresh of this compressor we bought 4 or 5 months ago. And my first inclination is to put it over on the main channel because we use the compressor, or we use a compressor, for a lot of the stuff that we do on the cars. And so I think most car guys are going to have some sort of compressor, regardless of how big or small. Now, we've downsized quite a bit from the compressor we had at the old shop, but this is still a motor-driven piston type compressor, and so I'm just going to kind of go through and show you how to do a yearly maintenance on this thing, make sure all of the safety features are working properly and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm thinking I'm going to put this on the main channel, but put it down in the comments. Does this deserve to be on the main channel, or does it need to be on the secondary channel, on the Mrs. channel? So that's the compressor that's sitting right over there. We've actually been using it, but I want to do an oil change on it. I want to do some upgrades to it for the drain on the bottom of the tank and some other stuff. So like I said, I'm inclined to put that on the main channel and just keep the shop updates over here, but we'll see what happens. So the shop, the door is complete. We finally, this last week, we got all of the packing covering. They had strips of like yellow tape that yellow shrink wrap that were lining the corners of the door panels themselves, so that's off. We have the weather stripping installed, so now that's keeping all of the heat or all the air conditioning inside the shop when the temperature out here in the main shop is 50 degrees. We can keep it nice and warm and toasty inside the car portion of the shop and not have to worry about air conditioning the entire space, because none of these walls are insulated. And so being able to close this off and just keep the air that we're working in nice and warm or nice and cool, depending on the season, is a godsend. So that door is all done now. We have been working on the mezzanine project. So as you can see, we've got the deck already up on the mezzanine. We've got the main beam over here all finished up. You can see that we pushed this post out to give us more room to get a car in there. Now, I'm thinking when some of these projects are gone or finished and Slytherin finally finds its way back into the shop, we'll probably back Slytherin into this area and reconfigure some of this space a little bit. But my second thought was this would be a good spot to bring a set of stairs down kind of forward that way, but we'll see. We've got some shelving that's kind of tucked back in here. That's going to go up here. So we're going to have 2 rows of shelving. We've got the boltless shelving that's going to go down the center, and we've got those wood shelving units that are going to go down this side, and that's going to create our railing so that nobody falls over the edge. We'll have a traditional railing here across the front, but like I said, I haven't kind of decided where exactly we're going to put a set of stairs. I'd love to have a folding set of stairs that kind of save me some space, but we're pretty good at utilizing all of the space underneath the stairs. At the other shop, we had that space underneath the stairs, and we had a lot of stuff that we stored underneath there that we didn't need to get to all the time. We're probably going to do the same thing here. So as you can see, the decking is in. All of the rafters or the floor joists are in. We oversized some of this stuff knowing that we're going to be putting some weight up there. So we kind of overbuilt this section of the mezzanine, and the section over the office is way overbuilt. We ran 2x6s for the ceiling rafters, which are supported by both end walls and the side walls. So the span there is only about 7 feet, and we've got a 2-foot cantilever. So by the time that cantilever ties into that beam, it's plenty strong. Siding is still kind of ongoing. So I don't know if we included in this last video, but we did side this entire wall inside here. So all around the door is sided, and we started some of the J channel up above here. But I'm just kind of doing that as I have a little bit of time here and there. I grab some siding, you know, throw up a couple of rows, and then come back to it when I have, you know, some more time. But we did finish this wall completely. As I said, the door is completely finished now. The only thing we're waiting on is a garage door opener, and we discussed that in the last shop update. The door goes up and down just like it should. We've got it locked in the down position right now. But the shop is coming along pretty well. The office is all done. So Mrs. IE 427 has already moved into the space. She had me put a couple of shelves in for her. So her office is pretty much done. She's got a TV on the wall over there. She's got one of the gaming chairs. We found a deal on one of those when we were out shopping for Christmas, and so she got a brand new chair. And then all I asked was that I had a small space in here to edit my videos, and I wanted to make sure that I got my in-wall speakers and my little amplifier, my little tube amplifier, so I could edit my videos in here and have some good tunes in the background as I did that. If you notice, the sound really changed as we walked in here. This is a great space to do editing. Because of the wall covering that Mrs. IE 427 put on the walls in here, really works out great. It's nice and quiet in here. When this door is shut, I can be working in the shop, making all the noise I want, and Mrs. IE 427 can be in here on the phone, returning phone calls, and we don't interfere with one another. So, works out really nice. Like I said, work is ongoing here, but it's really sporadic. I do have some lights that I want to put underneath the mezzanine so that we have some light under that deck out here. So when we are kind of working out here, because this area has become like our mailing center, so all of our boxes for USPS and FedEx and all that are kind of over here. And so it'd be nice to have some lights in here. So we're probably going to wire a couple of lights in and then put those on a switch over on that post. And then up on the top, we're going to have to figure out something for some lighting, because right now I've got one of those high bay lights just kind of hanging from one of the cables. We're going to have to come up with a more permanent solution for some lighting up there. Probably put those on a separate switch, because we're not going to want those on whenever we're out here in the shop. We're only going to want them on when we're actually up there looking for parts. So as I said, I moved some of the stuff up there. I've got 2 sections of the boltless racking up there now, but I've still got, what, 2 more sections of that here that need to go up there. And then I've got the wire racks down at the end. And I think the wire racks are probably going to stay downstairs, but we'll see what happens. So that's it for this one. If you enjoy the content here, we would appreciate it if you would do the like, the share, the subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.